Hello. Congratulations on being selected for this step of the interviewing process for the solar consultant position. My name is Matt. I'm one of our national hiring managers here with Momentum Solar. We're excited to tell you more about our organization and this career opportunity and see if it sounds like a great fit. Let's start by telling you a little bit more about what we covered today. Today, we'll be talking more about the solar industry, why solar might be the right fit for you in your next career opportunity. We'll also be talking more about Momentum Solar, our products, our processes, how we do things here as an organization. We'll also talk more about the role of a solar consultant, more about the day-to-day expectations, training, leads and appointments, as well as operations and installations process flow. And then finally, the good stuff, of course. What's in it for you? Compensation, recognition, and advancement, as well as incentives and awards. Let's start by telling you a little bit more about the solar industry. And I want to start by sharing some stats about solar that, frankly, were a little surprising to me when I got started here in the field. Solar as an industry actually currently employs over 250,000 people in the United States. According to the Office of Energy and Renewable Energy, solar jobs have increased 167% in the past 10 years alone. In the past decade, solar adoption has experienced an average annual growth rate of 42%. For the past decade, solar has ranked at the top of new electric capacity added to the grid. In 2021, 46% of new electrical capacity added was solar, the third year in a row that solar made up the largest share of new capacity. The residential solar market as well experienced its fifth consecutive record year in 2021, growing 30% over 2020 with 4.2 gigawatts of solar installed. So far in the 2020s, 324 gigawatts of solar power will be installed. That's actually 3 times the amount installed total through the year 2020. And the cost to install solar itself has dropped by more than 60% over the last decade. So, where does Momentum Solar, our company, fit into this bigger picture of the greater solar industry? Well, here at Momentum, we're solar veterans with a nationwide presence. We were founded in 2009. We have over 2,000 employees in 11 different states. We've completed over 55,000 installs with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. And here at Momentum, we're customer-focused, vertically integrated. Every Momentum Solar employee is responsible for delivering exceptional service at every step of a customer's transition to solar energy. And we are a proud home solar company with a national footprint that does not subcontract out customer acquisition, project management, nor system installation. We're one-stop shop for solar, doing everything in-house, giving us a lot more quality control over that process. Technology, of course, is essential to any successful company in today's day and age, but particularly for an industry like solar that's not a new field by any means, but is definitely one that's growing in leaps and bounds in recent years. It's even more important that Momentum has the right tools, the right technology in place to meet the needs of a growing and changing customer base. To that end, we've got great data-driven sales and canvassing platforms, as well as proprietary technical solutions, all of which continue to enable Momentum to deliver enhanced operational productivity. We're always looking to do things more efficiently, more effectively, without sacrificing the quality of our products and services. Which leads us to one of the most important questions I'm going to try to answer for here today. What is a solar consultant? The position you're potentially interested in. And here at Momentum, a solar consultant essentially attends in-home sales appointments and shares the benefits of solar in the hopes that a homeowner will sign a contract with Momentum for their solar energy needs. Good way to look at it is our solar consultants really are the face of the company to our customers. They're the ones meeting with clients, building relationships and trust, and closing sales. As solar consultants, we work directly with local residential homeowners. Any home can be eligible for solar, giving us a wide market to work with. And once you've identified a potential customer, our solar consultants look to educate and guide. Generally, understanding what someone pays for energy and how they pay can be confusing. As a solar consultant, we look to inform the homeowner and offer them price-protected energy, a product, energy that they're already paying for. So how do we work? Well, as an organization, we are a one-stop shop approach to solar, letting our solar consultants instead focus on closing. Our solar consultants are appointment-based, working off local preset company-generated leads. Probably one of the things we do best here at Momentum, and something we'll touch more on here in a moment. And that being said, we have a structured work week. Meeting with prospective qualified homeowners, answering questions, building connections, and closing sales is the typical day of a solar consultant. Which ties into what I want to speak a little bit more about next, which is Momentum Solar's commitment to operational excellence, which really does begin with our commitment to you as a potential solar consultant here. Earlier, we mentioned Momentum Solar is vertically integrated. That means we are handling the entire solar process in-house from start to finish. That means permitting, installing, electrical work, IT applications, customer service, everything that goes along with that. I say all that to say this. The entire presentation today is really designed to demonstrate the process that generates a solar contract, or everything we cover today is only step one of that process. After the contract is signed, here is how we at Momentum partner with our solar consultants to ensure these contracts become energized systems. After one of our solar consultants gets the customer to sign on the dotted line and gets the sale, one of our in-house engineers is going to go to the customer's home, go up on the roof, take measurements, get everything we need to really begin the installation process. At that point, one of our project designers are going to use AutoCAD to customize the system. They're the ones handling a lot of the specific designing and number crunching, taking that off your plate as a salesperson. Of course, to put anything on a home, you're going to need the right paperwork and permits. We've got a great permitting team in place here to make sure we have everything we need to get these systems approved to go up on the roof and begin interfacing with the electric grid. Next, one of our site surveyors will visit the home, examine the roof, and prepare any necessary adjustments to make sure everything is going to go as smoothly as possible. At that point, we have an internal checkpoint in place to make sure we're moving quickly through the process. For the actual installation itself, Momentum Solar uses our in-house professionally trained, certified installers that train in practice on mock roofs in Momentum Solar warehouses. Basically, they're leaving their mistakes on a practice roof. So when they're up on the customer's home, it's going to go as smoothly as possible. For the final inspection, we make sure everything is all set, everything is installed correctly, everything is ready to move towards permission to operate, where at that stage, we receive approval from the utility company to go ahead and activate the solar energy system, which leads into step 10, where we flip the system on and it begins generating electricity. Now, many solar companies would have you as a salesperson handle this entire process. You would handle step 1, and then you'd handle steps 2 through 10 as well. As a solar consultant with Momentum, instead, your job is to connect with the customer, carry them through the process, answer questions, alleviate concerns. You're not the one going up on the roof, taking measurements. You're not the one designing the system. You as a salesperson aren't handling the intricacies of the permitting process or installation. Instead, we at Momentum are doing that for our salespeople to let our salespeople instead focus on managing customer relationships and on new sales. This, of course, is a huge commitment the organization makes, every single one of us, and part of the reason we're growing so rapidly. The objective here, as you can see on the right, is to have industry-leading pull-through, drive down cycle time, and make sure our sales professionals are available to meet with prospective new clients and fill their schedules. Speaking of filling their schedules, let's tell you how we do that. As a solar energy company here at Momentum, we put a big emphasis on generating quality preset appointments for our salespeople. Again, we are a solar energy company. I like to tell people we're a lead generation company here at Momentum that just happens to do solar because we emphasize quality appointments for our solar consultants. Anybody, with a background in sales is probably already pretty familiar with lead generation, dealing with canvassing, purchasing leads, no-shows, selling to friends and family. Takes a lot out of your day as a salesperson. Here at Momentum, we make the investment in a robust lead generation system to let our salespeople do what they do best. Educate, help clients, close sales, rather than spend their whole day trying to find someone to talk to. So how do we do that? Well, we've got a number of lead acquisition channels I want to tell you a little bit more about. As a company, we have a great team of field marketers, kind of the traditional door-to-door prospecting force, reps who go out and about in local neighborhoods, get customers excited about solar, interested, scheduled for a follow-up consultation to learn more with a solar consultant if it sounds like a good fit. We also, like any other company out there, we do purchase leads, but these leads go through our scheduling process, making sure we're setting up quality appointments for our solar consultants. Also, as an organization, we have a number of exciting brand ambassador partnerships. As a company, we partner with Lowe's, BJ's Wholesale Club, the New York Yankees, New York Giants, New York Red Bulls as an organization. And what we do is we have a team of brand ambassadors who are going to go to these different organization stores and events. These brand ambassadors will walk around, meeting with potential customers, helping them out, but also tell them more about solar, get them excited, interested. Sounds like a good fit. Schedule them for that follow-up consultation. It's a great way of really expanding our lead generation and making sure we're able to provide our solar consultants with quality preset appointments. So I've told you a lot about Momentum and how we do things here, our processes, our systems. Let me take a minute here and share what we're looking for and who really might be a great fit for us as our next solar consultant. And what we found are individuals who are successful at Momentum typically are people who are coachable, teachable, and trainable. We put a big emphasis on learning, on growing, on being receptive to constructive criticism, being open to new ideas. We are a big company. We have a lot of great systems and structures in place. As a result, we want to make sure we're setting people up for long-term success. That all starts with a great training program, and we want people who are receptive to that type of training and coaching and want to be put in a position to see long-term success. As a solar consultant, if selected for the opportunity, everyone starts in our training program. Our training program does require 2 full weeks of active participation, typically Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 in the local office. Frankly, we could probably say third week for training, as we do pack a lot of information in there to prepare someone for long-term success. That being said, anybody selected for this opportunity cannot miss a day or even a segment of class. It's simply that important to your success as a solo consultant here with Momentum. And to be honest, it's a big investment from our team, our managers, our trainers. The entire organization invests in new individuals to make sure they're set up to be successful. Besides the scheduled training, the solo consultant position itself is a 5-day work week opportunity. But as I mentioned, we do work directly with local residential homeowners. And like most businesses that operate in that space, we got to work when the client's available. That typically includes nights and weekends. Usually Saturdays are mandatory for our solo consultants. Getting started, there's a good chance of working Sundays as well. Does depend somewhat on the schedule of the local office, but usually that's when our customers are home. Early mornings, evenings, over the weekend, that's when they can take 2 hours out of their day for a consultation and potentially make a purchase decision. Now, with Momentum as a solo consultant, you'd still be getting 2 days off on a weekly basis. It just might be your days off, if selected for the opportunity, are going to be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, some combination of days that doesn't necessarily include the typical weekend. We do understand that is not going to be the type of schedule for everybody. If this is the type of schedule that you're able to accommodate, but you're still very interested in Momentum and the solar industry, I would definitely recommend checking out our careers page online. We have a lot of great opportunities here: call center, field marketing, brand ambassador positions, something of which might be more in line with what you're looking for. However, everything sounds good so far. You understand the importance of being available when the customer is available to buy. Awesome. We want to tell you more about the position and get a lot more into detail on some of the different topics I've only briefly touched on thus far. Starting with some more information on the compensation of the solar consultant role. If selected for the opportunity, this would be a W-2 position, so you'd be receiving vision, dental, health benefits, 401k options. There is a base salary, but the majority of our solar consultants' earning is coming from uncapped commission. This is a primarily commission-based role. Let's take a look at 3 different income examples from an average to high performer in the solo consultant role here with Momentum. So an average solo consultant typically brings in about $128,000 a year. An above average solo consultant typically brings in about $208,000 a year. And a high performing solo consultant with Momentum typically brings in upwards of $300,000 annually as a solo consultant here. Now, when looking at these different types of salespeople, when we compared them, we didn't change the number of sales being made in this example. We didn't change how much they're getting paid per sale or number of appointments they received. I'm not going to include any increase in base salary here for promotions or things of that nature. The only change we're making when comparing these salespeople is on what we call the pull-through rate, which is the percentage of sales of each performer that actually made it through to installation. Successful salespeople with Momentum Solar don't just close the sale, they got to make sure that sale installs. A good salesperson at Momentum is a strong relationship builder. They dig in with the customer, answer questions, alleviate concerns. A week after the sale, they give a phone call, give them a thank you note, check in, carry that customer through the process. A successful salesperson at Momentum is also a great project manager. We are a one-stop shop for solar with great teams and structures in place to handle the process, but a good salesperson is still kind of that quarterback of their sales. They're keeping an eye on this, checking on that, making sure everything goes smoothly for their customers. That's what separates types of performers at Momentum. Their ability not just to close the sale, but make sure that sale turns into installation through great relationship building and project management. Besides these yearly income numbers, here at Momentum, we offer additional payout opportunities as well. We have a new hire bonus where new reps can earn up to $10,000 in bonuses over their first 12 weeks in the position. Separate from the base salary and commission they're already earning, those bonuses are in place to help a solo consultant as they get up and running in the position, help with kind of that initial transition. We'll talk more about kind of how that new hire bonus breaks down in the following parts of the interview process to come. We also offer different cash incentives here at Momentum for our solo consultants. We do a lot of fun trips and prizes. We have a quarterly gala where we fly out our top performers for a big party, big celebration. We rent out a ballroom, have some trophies, prizes, awards, free food and music. it's a good time. It's really a great way of celebrating and recognizing the hard work and dedication of top performers here with Momentum. So, having shown you those different yearly income numbers of different types of performers at Momentum, let's break it down a little bit further and dig a little bit deeper and show you an example of a potential sale. I want to show you the type of commission you can earn on a per sale basis with Momentum. Let's start with the type of lead the sale is made to. The bulk of your appointments as a solar consultant with Momentum is selected for the opportunity are going to be preset company provided leads. Let's start there. A solar consultant making a sale to a company provided lead is going to get a base rate of 8 cents per watt on that multi-thousand watt solar energy system. Next, let's look at the pull-through percentage of the solar consultant and what that looks like on the accelerator. Pull-through rate, like we just talked about, is the percentage of a solar consultant's sales that actually make it through to installation. The customer agrees to the purchase and then gets that system installed. Salesperson at Momentum with a great track record of retaining their sales, they get a higher commission rate on those sales. In this example, with a good pull-through percentage, a solar consultant would be receiving an additional 10 cents per watt on this sale. Finally, let's include the par pricing bonus of the solar consultant here. In this example, that's going to be about 22 cents per watt. That's kind of the MSRP of the solar energy system being installed. Add these three up. This salesperson is going to be looking at a potential commission payout of 40 cents per watt on this sale. Now that we know what our commission rate is going to be, what about the size of the system that we're dealing with here? Well, in this example, we're going to go with a 10,000 watt solar energy system, probably a little bit big on average for a system in the Northeast, probably a little bit small on average for a system in the South or desert, but it's not an unreasonable type of sale for what we do here at Momentum. And in this example, we're going to say this is a state where batteries are available and the customer selects the battery option. That's usually the right choice. That's usually the right choice. So with a 10,000 watt solar energy system, multiply that by our commission rate of 40 cents per watt. That's going to be about $4,000 in commission. Include our battery commission payout of $700. Add these two up. This salesperson is looking at a potential commission payout on this sale of $4,700. Now, again, there's a lot of moving parts here. Size of system, types of leads, battery, no battery. A lot of things can affect your commission on a per sale basis with Momentum. We'll talk a lot more about those in the following parts of the interview process to come. But this is kind of a good initial look at the type of earning you can see on a per sale basis with Momentum. One of the last things I want to tell you a little bit more about here before we talk about the next part of the process is I want to talk about career advancement opportunities with Momentum Solar. As a large and growing company, we're always looking to promote from within and develop new leaders. As a solar consultant, after hitting certain performance metrics over a set period of time, you'll be automatically promoted to a senior solar consultant role with a 20% increase in base salary. From there, individuals can have opportunities for management and growth into higher levels of the organization. Here at Momentum, once we have a great teammate, we want to keep them. And the best way to do that, of course, is to have the right earning potential, right company culture, and also the right career development and advancement opportunities. So, last thing I want to do before I talk about the next part of the process is I want to read a couple things for you. And after, as I'm reading these off, I would like you to be thinking to yourself, does that sound like me? Does that sound like what I'm looking for in my next opportunity? So, if you, as a discerning job seeker, are looking for the chance to spend more time with clients, less time prospecting, you're looking for recognition for your hard work, you want to be supported from day one, you want the chance to represent a solution you believe in, a company, a product you can trust, you want the chance to help clients obtain energy independence, you want an organization committed to excellence, and you want to achieve your personal, family, and financial goals. If that sounds like you sound like someone we'd like to talk to. You sound like someone who'd be a great fit here at Momentum. We want to learn more about you, answer your questions, see if it sounds like the right fit for you as our next solar consultant. So that brings us to the end here. Thank you so much for your time today. Please fill out the form included with this video to prepare yourself for the next part of the interview process. We look forward to speaking with you again very soon.